Hello everyone, I'm MW3 from Spec Gamers, and today I've got a big update for you guys about the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 DLC. That's both for this month and for September. Previously I've been reporting on a mixture of rumours and official details about the upcoming DLC. However, today everything is official, including the unveiling of what exactly that classified drop is. Finally, the content calendar has been updated with all the info, including release dates, and I also have information about the upcoming content collection packs for people that want the DLC but do not have Elite Premium. Before I get on to that all-important classified drop that's been announced today, I'm just going to go through these content collections and the other pieces of DLC that are releasing. Elite Drop 19 is the Special Ops mission Light 'em Up. A VIP has been captured and detained within Makarov's castle, and it's up to you to breach the fortress and get him out. Take control of a small helicopter, secure the hostage, and evacuate before dawn's first light in this new Special Ops mission. Last time I also had some leaked images which gave away a fair bit of the story behind this mission. You're infiltrating the castle in the dead of night in order to find this hostage. To locate him, you're going to have to gather 4 pieces of intel which are kept on some of the guards. That means you're going to have to take out a fair few people in order to get all 4. To help you out a bit, however, you do have the assistance of a Little Bird helicopter. This is equipped with a spotlight, and you have a guy on the edge providing overwatch with assault rifles and grenade launchers. This is going to be perfect for co-op, as one of you can be on the ground and one of you can be in the helicopter. It's worth noting, for the first time ever in a Special Ops mission, the helicopter is fully controllable, so you can fly wherever you want around the map. Elite Drop 20 is the Special Ops mission Special Delivery. Deep behind enemy lines, an allied flight crew helplessly awaits their fate at a nearby crash site. Pairing up a soldier on the ground and a helicopter gunner equipped with care packages, the Special Ops mission objective is to overcome the enemy resistance and rescue the allied crew. I'm not sure how much you can make out from this image, but this mission takes place at the base of a dam in a Chinese river. Even though it says helicopter gunner, it is actually rumoured to be the Osprey gunner, very similar to the one found in multiplayer. You're going to be able to fire down 50 caliber rounds, call in explosive rounds, and drop care packages containing things such as the XM25, sentry guns, or even self-revive to help the guy on the ground if he goes down. Both of these two Special Ops missions are very co-op orientated, so if you can, try and get a buddy to play with you. Otherwise you will probably be able to play it with an AI partner like they have done in the past. I don't think they'll limit it to only 2 players, but playing with a friend does sound like it'd be a lot better than having to put up with the computer and being forced into either being on the ground or in the helicopter. Elite Drop 21 was the previously classified drop. Today, however, it has been officially announced. It is a brand new game mode called Spec Ops Chaos. I have a few more details about that, but I'm going to go into that in a minute, so I'm just going to skip over this. I do, however, have confirmation of the release date of these 3 drops. They're going to be releasing next Thursday on August 7th for anybody with Xbox Live and Elite Premium. Elite Drop 22 is the first of 3 drops that are going to be releasing in September. 22 is the multiplayer map Gulch. Decades after fires charred this forgotten mining town, the Red Rock Canyon gains new shades of red as a mid-sized multiplayer map in which the surrounding mountains, mineshafts and equipment sheds craft the perfect setting for combat. As you can see, this is a fairly layered map with some higher up areas being able to look down into the canyon. There's even a stream down there, or a river should I say. It looks fairly large. Not sure whether you are going to be able to fall into that or if it's going to be a death trap hazard, but either way it splits up the map fairly nicely. When I was looking at the leaked images of this map, there was a caption that described this as fairly open, however the images said otherwise. But looking at this official release, you can see there are some very good open areas in the middle. However, there are some close quarter areas around the other side of the map that's hidden from view past the rocks. Elite Drop 23 is the multiplayer map Boardwalk. Head to the Jersey coast for a sunny afternoon of Boardwalk based multiplayer battle in which you'll face enemies on the beach and fight for dominance at the arcade while still finding time to cut the line at the roller coaster. So this looks like a very graphically interesting map, fair bit of colour and lots of things going on in the background. There's supposedly a main alleyway where you can go down and then some close quarter flanks depending on how you want to play. I did speculate that this may turn into a bit of a liberation with snipers hard scoping down the middle, however it does look pretty interesting graphically, so I'll give this one another chance, at least until I play it. Elite Drop 24, the very last piece of DLC ever to be released for Modern Warfare 3, is the multiplayer map Parish. Wishful thinking won't keep you safe in New Orleans' war-torn French Quarter, where a local bombed-out parish plays host to a smaller sized multiplayer map well suited for those who want to run and gun amidst the city rubble. Now, as I did say last time, this is a fairly small map, which is something I did want to see. I'm a little bit fed up of how big the multiplayer maps are getting in these elite drops, but a nice little one to finish it all off sounds pretty decent. However, it does still concern me slightly that my other pet hate is showing up here. Lots and lots of rubble everywhere, which means lots of chest-high walls and a lot of head-glitching campers. All of these pieces of DLC will be available to Xbox Premium members on the 5th of September. So that's the official word on all the DLC pieces. Now just a little bit of information about the Modern Warfare 3 collection packs before I get on to talking about the details of Spec Ops Chaos. Both Content Collection 3 and 4 have been detailed in the press release today. However, what's weird is their timing of release and the way the DLC is laid out in them. It isn't quite the same as it's been released to premium members. Content Collection 3 is dubbed the Chaos Pack and will include Special Ops Missions Vertigo and Arctic Recon, and the yet to be released Light 'em Up and Special Delivery, as well as the face-off maps Vortex, U-Turn and Intersection. The Chaos Pack will release on August 9th, just 2 days after the DLC drops. If you don't enjoy Spec Ops, this definitely isn't a pack for you and might be worth a miss. However, they have sneakily inserted the 3 face-off maps in there, trying to lure in people that really enjoy that mode. Content Collection 4, however, is a true map pack and includes 5 multiplayer maps. These are Offshore and Decommission, and the 3 releasing in September, Gulch, Boardwalk and Parish. This is going to be available on September 6th for Xbox Live. Both of these packs are going to cost 1200 Microsoft points. So that's all the DLC wrapped up. I know it took quite a long time, but this is probably one of the last videos I'm ever going to do talking about Modern Warfare 3 DLC, as it has now all officially been announced. However, let's move on and talk about the new Spec Ops Chaos mode. Only one image has been released so far, and it's this. As you can see, very sort of cinematic photo, doesn't really explain what the gameplay is going to be like. However, it does show you the sort of enemies that you're going to be facing up against, and all of them should be very familiar if you've played Spec Ops Survival. They include your regular soldiers, chemical agent soldiers, dogs and juggernauts. However, aside from this one picture, there is a little paragraph of info that's been released about it. A whole new way to play Call of Duty. Special Ops Chaos mode delivers the ultimate in arcade mayhem. Experience truly heart-pounding and adrenaline-fueled action while competing for high scores in Resistance, Village, Underground and Dome. Chain kills together against a never-ending onslaught of enemies to increase your combo multiplier and earn performance-enhancing perks. Choose your route through each map to optimize weapon pickups, attack and escape options. Play solo, split screen or online with a friend to take out as many enemies as possible before they take you down or before the clock hits 0. Nice bit of marketing text there. However, there are some little bits that we need to pick out of this. Let's just go through it in order. Unlike Special Ops Survival, where arguably your goal is to try and survive as many rounds as possible, this mode is simply about earning high scores. Sounds pretty decent and a little bit of a change from the other modes. What I don't like the sound of, however, is this bit. In Resistance, Village, Underground and Dome. They are restricting this mode to only 4 of I don't know how many maps, but a fair few they are missing out, and a fair few decent ones at that. Resistance, Village, Underground and Dome are very good maps. However, surely they could take advantage of all of the maps like they do in Spec Ops Survival. I mean, I don't know how much different this mode is going to be, but do they really need to only support 4 out of the total number of maps? Hopefully, support for the rest of the maps will be introduced at a later date. Chaining kills together is obviously going to be fairly important and will rack up the points a lot more. Getting chains of kills will also allow you to get extra perks. This is probably things like extreme conditioning, steady aim, sleight of hand, maybe stalker, that sort of thing that's really useful. Never ending onslaught is a fairly interesting line here. I'm not really sure what to make of this. My first impression was that there'd just be streams and streams of never-ending enemies. However, never-ending could also apply to Spec Ops Survival, even though it's split up into rounds. But saying that, seeing as this is a brand new mode and not just Spec Ops Survival, I don't see why they would go for that again, because adding in chains of kills really isn't going to differentiate this mode from Spec Ops Survival very much. I would take a guess at there aren't going to be rounds anymore, there's just going to be streams and streams of enemies. On top of that, there's a little line at the end which I'll touch on in a minute, which also suggests that there won't be rounds. Attack and escape options are fairly obvious, however weapon pickup stands out to me. This sounds more to me like the zombies style weapon pickups where certain weapons are available in certain places, rather than the way survival did it and gave you all of the weapons at one particular box. I think this is one of the things that made Treyarch Zombies a lot more hectic than Spec Ops Survival. If you didn't manage your ammo carefully, you are going to have to try and find a gun off the wall. Whether it's good or bad, you're going to try and get the closest thing, otherwise you're going to be going on a long run through the enemy to try and find a good one. Having everything available in one place kind of cuts down on that challenge a bit, and I would imagine this is what they were doing. However, it could just mean, the box again, the magical box containing everything. However, the plural of pickups, that kind of suggests multiple places. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen, because that could be pretty interesting and would make it very chaotic. You're going to be able to play this mode both solo, split screen or online. Unfortunately, from the line "a friend," we can safely say that Spec Ops is not making the jump to 4-player and will remain at 2-player co-op only. And the final thing to dwell on, when the clock hits 0. Obviously a time limit is going to be a very major factor in this mode, and you're going to have to get your work done before it runs out. Not sure how long this is going to be, so I can't really comment that much about it, but as you can see, this is just another extra thing that's going to separate Chaos from Survival. And there we go, I think we are done. A fairly long commentary there, but I think it was worth it. This wraps up pretty much all of the information about the rest of the DLC for Modern Warfare 3. In September, that is going to be the last piece ever released for this game, and then we'll be waiting on Black Ops 2. I hope you enjoyed this commentary, guys. If you did, think about leaving a rating, comment any questions and opinions, and if you want to keep up to date with any more Modern Warfare 3 news that comes out, and of course Black Ops 2 news, please subscribe to my channel. See you next time.